Hi, good day. This is Sharon, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute coin purse with flowers and zipper. And I'm sure you will enjoy to make it. So for this project, you can use any hook and yarn that you like. I'm using an acrylic yarn and a 3.5mm crochet hook. And to start, we're gonna make a magic ring, and you're gonna need a stitch marker for that. So hold your working yarn tail on your left if you're right-handed, and then you're going to wrap it around once, and then you're going to put the working yarn somehow in the middle. Insert the hook, and then get the working yarn using your left hand, and then work your first chain to bring up the yarn. Now after that, work 2 more chains, and this will make 1 double crochet. And then in the ring, we're going to work 12 more double crochets. So we have 3, 4, 5, 12 double crochets in there. You can work a slip stitch on top of the beginning 3rd chain, and if you're working with double crochets in circle, you can skip using a stitch marker, and you can just figure out the very first chain as always, which is chain 3, and that is where you usually work a slip stitch to close every round. Okay, so in the next stitch we're going to work an increase, and in the same stitch we're now going to work another double crochet, and then into each stitch around work 2 double crochets. Once you get back around, slip stitch as always on top of the beginning 3rd chain. And round 3, we're now going to work chain 3, and in every 2nd stitch around we're gonna work an increase. So it's 2 double crochets in here and into every 2nd stitch. Once you get back around, work your last 2 double crochets, and then as always work a slip stitch on top of the beginning 3rd chain. Now for the bottom of this purse, you can stop right here if you think that the bottom of the purse is enough and that the size you want is just enough to fit a few coins. And if you want it bigger, you can work an increase in the next round, but I think this is enough for me, so I'm gonna stop increasing. And in the next few rounds, I'm just gonna work 1 double crochet into every stitch. So when you start around, chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet, and then keep on working just 1 double crochet in every stitch. And then after probably working 3 or 2 rounds, we're going to make a flower. So just about halfway through, this is where I'm going to start designing the flower, and make sure that the join is at the back so it will not be seen. what matters is, you know, the front is good and it has flower decoration. So we're gonna work 2 double crochets in this stitch only. Start with chaining 2 and then into the first double crochet. This would be the center for the flower. So I inserted the hook in here after chaining 2, and then I'm gonna work 2 double crochets, and then I'm gonna chain 2, and then I'm gonna slip stitch into the same double crochet, and then we're going to repeat until we have 3 petals. So to repeat, we're going to chain 2 double crochets, and then chain 2 and slip stitch to finish up the second petal. So we're doing this until we have 3 petals on this side, because on the other side we'll do 2. So we now have, okay, let me just repeat because the second double crochet is a bit loose. So I'm going to work a double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch, and then work another petal, which is chain 2 double crochets, and then when we chain 2, we're going to slip stitch on the other side, which is this one of the 2 double crochets that we had worked on. So we're going to work a slip stitch in there, and then we're gonna start the other 2 petals. So we're going to chain 2 again, work 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then slip stitch, and then work 1 more. And then chain 2, and then slip stitch. Now you have a flower. So you can work up a few flowers on every spot you want, for as long as you're going to work 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. And then to get back to working up 1 stitch, if you look down there, you're gonna see where you work the 2 double crochets and you're not going to work a double crochet in there. Go to the next available stitch, make sure you're not skipping a double crochet, and then work a double crochet in there as normal. So this is what it looks like so far. You can add as many as you want, but there should be a 6 double crochets in between to make another flower. But I'm just showing you this one because I will only add just a few flowers on one particular side. So this is the way to make the flower, and so I will just continue working double crochets until I get back around and slip stitched on top of the 3rd beginning chain. So I'm changing the color, and just before you slip stitch, if you're changing color, you can insert the hook on top of the beginning 3rd chain, get the new color, and then tie the back to secure. And you don't have to change color if you don't like. And now once you tie both tails at the back, I usually hide the tails, hiding them in different direction. Like in this one, once I get around here, that's the time I'm gonna bury this tail. And this one I'm gonna bury as I go, starting from this side, because it will not be bulky when you check the back. So as usual, I'm gonna chain 3, which counts as 1 double crochet into the next stitch. I am going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch until I get near the first flower I have made. So on this round, I'm planning to add a flower right on this side, and I am going to work up the flower at least 6 double crochets away from this one. So I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in here I'm gonna start working my second flower, and I'm gonna start with working 2 double crochets. Same thing as what I did before. I am going to chain 2 and then start working the flower. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, and work in the same stitch. So you're gonna do 3 on this side and then 2 on this side. After working your second flower and then working 1 double crochet in every stitch, and do not forget to work a double crochet just at the back of the flower, because this also count as 1 stitch. Remember when we did 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, and so you don't leave that 1 stitch so that your work will not be lopsided. Okay, and then continue working 1 double crochet in every stitch. Alright, so after working about 2 rows of the different color and adding 2 flowers in between this light colored flower, I plan to just stop working double crochets right here, because I want this coin purse to be not too big. So I'm going to simply work a few rounds of 1 single crochet in every stitch. So to start that, I'm going to chain 1 single crochet in the same stitch, and then work 1 single crochet in every stitch around, and I'm going to do that until like I have 3 rows of 1 single crochet in every stitch around. And then I'm going to show you how it looks like after this clip. This is what it looks like after I worked up 2 rounds of 1 single crochet in every stitch, and you can add more if you want. And you can add more flowers at the back, but as you can see I don't have, because I just want the front to be seen. And then the next step is you're gonna add a zipper. So in this case, maybe I'll attach a zipper by sewing it around the edges. this is what it looks like, and if you're using a continuous zipper and it's fraying, you can definitely keep it from fraying if you're going to use or light some fire near the edges. And then that's it. You have 3 flowers and a cute coin purse.